good afternoon, good evening folks. Hope you're doing well, snuggled up and all ready for some relaxed FPL chat. Welcome to that FPL Lounge. The doors are now open and you're all welcome to pop in and say hello, whether that's in the text chat or in here beside us in Discord. One of the mods will pop the link in the description. And if you do want to come in alongside us and our special guest this evening, you are more than welcome to do so. At the FPL Lounge, we like to see how we got on in the past game week, what we've got coming up, what dilemmas we've got on our minds. So any questions, it's Matt's chat. So pop your questions in. Matt will be scrolling his way through it, and we'll pick them out and we'll ask our guest. I can't do this on my own. Buna's cracked up the heating, Matt's got his thermals on, and it wouldn't be a show without the two of them. Here we have Cagney and Lacey. Buna and Matt, you alright?
Which one am I today? Am I Cagney or am I Lacey?
Yeah, you can choose. Lacey.
I don't know who either of those two are, but hey, how's it going?
Man, you don't seem to know any of these. The only one you knew was Tom and Jerry.
I wasn't born in the 1940s, Lama, so...
Ah, come on now. As you both know, you're both doing well, actually. Forgot to ask.
Yeah, good.
Yeah, doing alright.
Good, I'm looking forward to this one tonight. Will we get her in, shall we?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okie dokie. On tonight's show, we have Twitter royalty joining us. She is a lover of the outdoors, she likes to have a wee wine or a tipple or two, and likes to go out a wee trip in the snow with the dogs and the skis. She's been on the FPL circuit making little guest appearances on podcasts up and down the country and all over the world, and Twitter loves to get involved with the banter that she provides. She's also a decent manager in FPL, which you would kind of expect that from the place that she comes from. With FPL ranks that include 2 top 40s in the last 2 years, that's 40k, she will have us peeled to her decisions this evening, as she obviously knows a thing or two about this FPL lark. In the past, Norwegian famous people have included Erik the Great, Edvard Munch, and Roald Dahl. However, they are nothing compared to this young lady that we are welcoming into the lounge. With over 9k followers on Twitter, this young woman assures us there's going to be no slip-ups this evening. We welcome one of the many queens of FPL, who also assures us that bananas are actually classed as a mood enhancer because it contains amino acid and vitamins B6. It's an honour to have the brilliant FPL Linn in beside us this evening. Hello, Linn.
Hello.
Right?
Is this a good time to tell you I'm not actually Norwegian?
Yeah, no, I know. I realised that as I was halfway through it. We like to just have laughs and jokes.
Llamas in the mud.
Uh-huh.
Llamas in the mud.
Well, hey-ho, that's how we get on.
2 minutes in.
No, you know, as soon as I started saying it, I was like, I don't think Lynn's actually Norwegian. Why did I start writing this?
Well, you're kind of right. You're kind of right, because my parents are Norwegian. It's just that I'm raised in Sweden, so I would consider myself Swedish.
That's where I was getting the twang
I did
from
try telling
earlier.
I did try telling Lynn, but...
This was where I was getting the twang for that earlier, just before we went on air. I was like, that's what got me confused, because I thought, I'm sure I can sense the Swedish there.
Uh-huh.
Anywho, it's good to have you. You alright?
Yeah, thank you. I'm good. Apart from it's super cold here, and I'm not liking that. But
Yeah, it's kind of like that in Scotland as well.
Do you know how cold it is over there, Llama?
What? No.
Lynn, how cold is it?
we've had minus 25 today, so it's a bit crispy.
What?
A
Minus
little
25?
bit crispy.
You can't even comprehend that, can you? Being
Nah,
there.
just cut straight to the chase then, shall we, boys? We know that the first Pizzagate was Cesc Fabregas that threw the pizza at Sir Alex. However, this Pizzagate that you started really got tongues wagging. Banana on a pizza? Where did that come from? Is that just like, that a normal thing?
It's not normal in Norway, but
Okay.
in Sweden it's actually one of the most common and most popular pizza toppings. And it's something I really miss here in Norway.
Wow. I mean, I'm not going to lie. If I walked in and asked for a pizza with banana on it here, I'd kind of get kindly asked to leave the shop. Because they'd be wondering what the hell I was playing at. But I think we're going to need to try this, boys. I think we're going to need
Yeah,
to
you
give-
should.
Yeah, on your own, mate. On your own.
No, I have to say one thing. It's not at all like pineapple on pizza. It's completely different. And especially like if you add some peanut or some cocoa powder on top, then it's going to be more like a savory than sweet. So yeah, you should definitely try it.
I'll tell you what, I'll make a promise with you tonight, now, live on air, that I will give this a go and I will give you my honest feedback by the end of the season, just to give me a couple of months to pluck up the
By the end of this evening. That's what I heard. Nice.
So, Lynn, we've got a few questions that we like to ask our guests, all the time. Every week we ask our guests the same kind of questions. Then Buna has been collating a lot of questions that have come in via our Discord and also via Twitter. However, Matt will also keep an eye on the chat, and any questions that come in via the chat we'll ask you as well. Does that sound like a good plan to you?
That sounds wonderful.
Good stuff. Buna, Matt, do you want to kick Lynn off then with one of the normal questions that we like to ask?
Go on in, Buna.
I'm just trying to. No, you carry on, mate. I haven't even got the document up right now.
Okay, I'll do the llama question that he loves to ask. Who is Linn FPL?
Go on then.
She's not Norwegian.
Oh dear.
And other than that, I guess I'm just next door girl who loves football and being outdoors, and I just love banter in general. It doesn't really matter if it's about Backstreet Boys, the best song ever, which is probably not the one you think it is, to banana pizzas, to whatever you can just have a good chat about.
You honestly, like, the threads and stuff that you do have on Twitter are always decent, and you are well up for the banter as well, which is really great. How do you find life on Twitter? Is it alright?
Yeah, I really like it. As you have noticed, I do have 2 accounts, one Liverpool one and one FPL one.
Yep.
And that's because since I do like banter, and if you have a Liverpool account and you put Paul Pogba into your team, you get a lot of shit. Like,
I can imagine.
It was to a level where it wasn't really pretty, so I figured I'd just make another account.
Right, okay. So you just run the 2 accounts now then?
Kind of. The Liverpool one is a bit of a sleeper, but I try to stay a bit active on it as well.
Okie dokie. Diving into some FPL questions that we like to ask our guests. What kind of FPL manager would you describe yourself as? Are you kind of like a maverick type FPL manager, or are you a bit of a slow player?
Oh, definitely not a slow player. I'm way too impulsive, and I would take way too many hits.
Interesting, because there's quite a few Twitter questions actually that have come in about the style of play, so I'm sure we'll get into that. So you're a bit of a maverick player, can't sit in your hands.
No, probably not, because I've also got, my dog has got an FPL account, so I try to use that one as the one I need to test things out and get this player in and do this little bit like that. But I'm trying to be a more boring player.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
It's hard to do that though, isn't it? Because we're a bit more impulsive, all 3 of us. Boone has gone a bit more boring lately, but as a whole, we're all very impulsive and like to take our hits and stuff like that. So it's just more fun.
Since Sterling captain this week is not boring, I'll have you know.
Yeah, I'll wait to see if you actually do it.
Yeah, but come on, Boona, it was a boring move going from KDB to Sterling.
I don't think it's boring at all. 6.9% ownership stinks of excitement, mate.
Go on then, Boona, ask away.
What am I asking?
Whatever you want. Lindsay, you can ask her whatever you wish.
Lynn, how did you get into FPL, football generally, and supporting Liverpool? A few questions there.
Yeah, okay, I'll start with supporting Liverpool. It's not so exciting. I lived in Sweden, not Norway, back then. And this was in the schoolyard, having a wee break. And I guess some boys were asking me, they were talking about football, and they asked, what's your team? And I'm like, I didn't know football at all, but I knew there was a team wearing red shirts. So I just went, the red ones. And then they looked a bit confused, looked at each other, and then back at me. Oh, you mean Liverpool? I'm like, yeah, Liverpool. Oh, all right, that's cool.
So
that's the day I became a Liverpool supporter.
So if that boy had turned round and went, who, Man United? You'd have went, yeah, Man United, that's it.
Yes, and that would be the biggest regret of my life, so I'm quite happy with my choice.
No, good stuff.
Yeah, so an FPL, I guess it was kind of, had a boyfriend at the time who was also a Liverpool supporter and loved football. And since I do love the banter, we just started playing, and this was back in 2012, and I just had a amazing start, an amazing first season. It's still my best overall rank to this day. So I just kept going after that. Sorry?
What was that first ever kind of finish for you?
I ended 7k.
7k in your first ever season?
Damn.
Yeah.
Matt could try for 100 years and he wouldn't finish 7k.
I'd definitely be nosebleeding if I got there.
But I think the main thing is because I was playing the boring game at that time. I could even have a week where I didn't touch my team. And that was a good thing.
See, that's the thing. I find that so hard. Like, as you know, we've spoke to quite a few FPL managers already just in the last 2 and a bit months whilst doing this kind of podcast. But everyone that's successful, most of them tend to be really, like, kind of slow play it. I just can't imagine myself doing that. But, well. That's how we enjoy it. We do whatever.
Linn, if you were to change something at FPL Towers, what would it be and why? Say, whether it's a chip or adding something to the game.
No, actually, what I would like to change, like I've been playing Bundesliga for a bit now, and it's actually quite fun because you can swap players out mid-game week.
Okay.
And I think that actually adds to it because then you need to have a good playing bench, and it definitely adds a different level to it.
Definitely.
That's very interesting. I like that. That's a bit like what Sky does as well, doesn't it? And I do find that's another aspect to add to it. But what we ask every guest that comes in there this question, and what you find is the people that generally finish higher up the ranks don't want to change anything, and the people that finish a bit lower down want to change a lot more.
That's true. I'm really sorry about this, folks, right? But I'm going to need to butt in for a second, Matt. John McEwen, who's also Scottish, I must add, I have just seen glance in the chat. Thin sliced banana on roasted cheese is really good.
What
and
the fuck?
Exactly. I've just nearly spat my tea out when I seen that.
Do the Scottish now disown him?
But my days, bananas are getting everywhere.
Just take a moment to take that in. Just if you want to go for a drink or something, it's absolutely fine. We'll take over. I understand that's quite a shock to the system, but it is what it is.
It shook me to the core, mate. Some folks take, but that's the thing. It is true what we said earlier there. In Scotland, if it's battered, then typically we'll eat it. So if the pizza's got banana on it and it's battered, then chances are I've probably had that as part of my growing up. What I'll do, Lynn, is I'll ask the last question that I ask everybody, and then I think Bruno will just dive straight into the Twitter questions, and Matt, you can dive through the chat because it's actually scrolling pretty fast now. Lynn, you're so popular, but we can't keep up with the chat here. So Lynn, if you don't mind, put yourself in this position and imagine it happening. It's the final seconds of a Champions League final, and you're through on goal, 1-on-1 with the goalkeeper. You're about to lace your boot through the ball when out the corner of your eye, you see your strike partner standing beside you. Now you know that if you pass it to him, he's surely not going to miss because it's you that's 1-on-1 with the goalkeeper. However, Lynn, it's you that's got the ball at your feet, so what are you doing? Are you smashing it, or are you passing it?
Of course I would smash it. I'm not
I was on a 2-week run there.
I'm back. I'm back in business, baby.
Oh, nice one. So many mixed answers to that question.
All day. I mean, you have banana on your pizza. Of course you were shooting. You're lethal.
Right, Buna, do you want to kick us off then with some Twitter questions? And Matt, have you got a few kind of scrolled on the chat? Yeah. Nice one. Right, Lynn, hope you're relaxed because this is kind of where we just dive in and see what everyone's talking about.
Cool. Yeah. So, Lynn, I think you briefly, obviously, you've got an idea roughly of what the questions are. But John McEwen, the banana cheese lover, has asked a question. He asks, best game week score ever. We know your highest overall rank finish, 7k, and most hits taken in a week.
I would think my highest scoring game week, I don't actually know the exact number, but it was something around 150. It was a double game week, and I had triple captain. This was a few years ago.
Amazing. That's incredible.
I've never got that high. I've had back-to-back hundreds, but I've never had 150.
You never will. That's fine. And the most hits taken in a week, Lynn?
I'm not sure, but I don't see myself taking more than a maximum of minus 12.
Okay. Oh, okay. So you've never done like...
I would... Like, I've got this rule. If I need to take more than minus 12, then wildcard should be what I'm doing.
That's fair enough. I can kind of understand that. Yeah, I've had a few minus 12s in my time.
That's the way to do it. we got a question from Pingu, our resident penguin. Lynn, since you started playing FPL, who has been the best player that you have owned?
Oh, it must be Mohamed Salah. Oh. No question about it.
He's a season keeper, I think, isn't he? He's one of those. But see actually the way Liverpool are at the moment, and I won't go into too much detail because I know that it pains you what Liverpool are going through just now, especially what happened at the weekend. But would you still keep Salah in your team?
Yes, I'm on my wildcard and I've got Salah in my team.
Right, yeah. So there you go. Any Liverpool fans out there, or even if you're not a Liverpool fan, Salah's a season keeper. It's just... Yeah,
he's gonna score, he's gonna score. Yeah, it's not been a good couple of weeks now, but it looked good yesterday. So yeah, I've got the faith he's gonna score.
No, brilliant. Thanks. I'm kind of the same opinion. We spoke about this last week actually. And yeah, he's a player that unless he's injured, obviously, he never comes out of my team. I think this is the third year in a row he's pretty much been in my team all the way right through. So, Salah is your man.
Oh, definitely.
But no.
Lynn, we've got a question here from FPL Buna, and he asks, where have things sort of gone wrong for Liverpool in recent weeks?
Jeez, open up. Let Lynn relax a bit first.
Just come in.
Yeah, Lynn can take it. Trust me. Have you seen her on Twitter?
I don't think it's just a Liverpool issue. I think it's something a lot of teams are going through at the moment. We've had some major injuries that's affected our season more than expected. But the fact that you can't have any crowds during the games, like everyone's losing so much money, you don't have that much money to spend.
Yeah.
And Liverpool, they've never been the big spenders. They've always been a bit cautious. So that's where we're at now, and I don't think we'll buy anyone who could actually make much of a difference. What I'm hoping for is maybe we can find someone we can loan in for the rest of the season to cover up. But yeah, I think that's a bit difficult. And then of course the team that they've lost a bit of confidence. You can clearly tell, especially with the young players.
Yeah.
No, definitely. When's Jota due back? Is he back?
Soon, apparently.
I thought he's back. He's back in training now. So he'll be straight back in. Be straight back in that starting 11 when he's fit.
Because I found it interesting, Lynn, that I thought Jota was coming in to not replace, but kind of sit there and like if Mane was coming off at 60 minutes or Salah or Firmino, it would be Jota that would come in. But when he was fit, he seemed Klopp used to play. Well, he played all 4 of them, and it seems to coincide with him being injured that Liverpool's form's just started to dip. Is that fair, or do you think it's something different?
I don't really think it's got anything to do with Jota. I think it's more what's going on backstage, because the players will know a lot more than we do. So I just think it's just been bad luck with all the injuries.
Yeah.
And the money. But we'll bounce back.
Oh, no, definitely. I mean, it's not like they're total plummeting down the league table or anything like that. You know, they're still doing okay.
Yeah, not like Chelsea.
Oh man, I seen that this morning. We were talking about that Linn in Discord the other day there. I think just over the weekend. And a few, I won't name names, DVP. There was a few Chelsea folk thought that Lampard was going to get the rest of the season. And then sure enough, turned on the telly this morning, whilst working obviously, and there he is. He's been laid off. What do you make of the whole Chelsea situation? Have you had a lot of Chelsea assets in your team this year, or not really?
No, I started out with Werner, but other than that, I've just stayed away. I've not even had Chilwell, even though I quite fancy him. But yeah, I think they should have given him a bit more time.
Yeah, I think that's the thing. Like, what's it? Andy actually posted it today on Twitter, I noticed. Is it a case of getting Werner back in our teams? I
don't think he will ever be a good FPL asset. He's a bit of a Firmino.
Yeah, that's actually a good comparison, a good way of putting it, to be honest. What else is happening in the old Twitter sphere, Buna?
Can you hear me clearly, by the way?
Yeah, I can hear you fine.
I've just changed over to the new microphone. Is it any clearer?
It's very clear, actually. I might need to turn you down. You're that clear.
Is it really?
Yeah. No, you sound fine. Sound great.
Brilliant. So we have got a question from FPL Pragmatism, who says, since I'm on a wild card as well, what's your thought process now? Who are you targeting, especially with money to play with since KD, due to the KDB and Vardy injuries?
Interesting.
Yeah, the word injury was what got me to play my wild card. I know most of Twitter are waiting just before the double game week, but I feel I don't really need to have a super team in the blanks, because the teams playing in the blanks are not really teams I want to get in. So it doesn't work with my thought process. So I would rather just go all in now, get the points, and just survive the blank. And for the wild card, I'm just trying to go with my gut and get the players I think will perform.
Okay. Are you going to let us or the chat know any secrets, or do we all just need to wait until until it's reset?
I can, if you want, I can tell you my midfield.
Just the midfield.
You're just getting part of a team, folks.
Okay, I'll be nice. I can tell you the whole team if you want. It's not going to change. I'm pretty set.
Okay.
So my strikers will be Watkins, Antonio, and Calvert-Lewin. I feel like with most of the Everton players back, he will be back to scoring double digits most game weeks.
Yep.
I don't have Kane, and that scares me a bit.
Okay.
But I do have Son. I have Pogba, Fernandes, Salah, and Gundogan.
Gundogan's making a special appearance.
I've had him for a couple of game weeks, and with the new system they're playing, he seems to be scoring goals.
I'm really jealous of you, the fact that you had Gundogan in there at that double game week. The boys here know what happened to me. It was in my team 4 times on the Friday night during my Icelandic vodka session. But I ended up not picking him. But he's in my game week 20 squad though.
Who did you go for instead, Lama?
Who did I have? Foden was there. I can't even remember, to be honest. How are you going to tell me? I thought you were going to tell me who I had.
I remember the drunken 2-3 a.m. chat we had in Hangouts. That was quite amusing.
Yeah, it was pretty late. And I had Antonio as well. He was in my team 3 times that evening. He never made the final cut either. So, well, that's what it is. Can't do anything. So a pretty solid midfield you've got then, Linn. And then what are you looking... what formation do you prefer to play, just out of interest?
2-5-3 at the moment.
2-5.
Ultimate Maverick.
That is a good formation. So who's your 2 in defence then?
Oh, sorry. 2-5-3. I've got 3 defenders. Hello. And that's Cancelo, Stones, and Shaw.
Oh, interesting. Shaw. Okay.
That's like I keep swapping Shaw and Chilwell, and I don't know really who I will go with in the end.
I think
Shaw's been brilliant lately, though, hasn't he, for United?
Yeah, it's just the way that Bruno. Can I ask a personal question? Is that all right, folks? What would you...
Nah, sorry.
No, fuck you.
Oh, well, it's coming in. Anyway. Linn, Robertson, what do I do with him? Do I keep him or sell him?
I would sell.
Right, that's all I need to know.
That's from a Liverpool fan.
I hate to say it, but looking at the team now, there's no confidence. It's not worth. It's so expensive.
I think that's the problem that I've got, is that he is too dear for me to keep in the team. So,
also worth noticing, Llama, there was no hesitance in that response.
Yeah, straight away.
Linn never even hesitated or fluttered or anything. She was just straight to the point. No, get him out. I was like, right, okay. So, right, okay. Thank you very much for that, Linn.
No, I've had him from game week 1 up until now, but I got rid this week.
Okay. No, that's right. Okay.
You do need to take it with a massive pinch of salt, though, Llama, because we've had Butterboy from the Twitter community say that Linn can't be trusted as she eats banana curry pizza. So you've just got, similar comment from Pistolinas, who says pineapple can be nowhere near a pizza. So you just got to be careful with what we take on board from Linn, but
just pinch of salt. Yeah. Okay. I'll bear that in mind. Thank you for that, Matt. What's happening in the chat?
Well, this question kind of answers itself, but I'll ask it anyway, because obviously you've got DCL in your team, but Nihao in the chat has put, as a Maverick player, would DCL or Ings for Vardy now be considered a Maverick move, or would Richarlison be more Maverick against NUFC? Has Richarlison ever crossed your mind, or are you dead set on Calvert-Lewin?
No, it's never crossed my mind, if I'm honest.
Okay.
Like he's a good player, but the bigger points will come from DCL.
Mm-hmm.
I hope.
Yeah.
Chat your question, Nihao. What were you going to say, Llama?
No, it was just I was kind of looking at DCL myself, but then as Linn kind of already pointed out, I went with Kane instead. I've managed to get Kane into my team, so I think I'll probably keep him there. See how he gets on for a couple of weeks, but I think, as Lynn's pointed out, DCL could be a good way to... I'll have to have a look at their fixtures again, but yeah, that DCL move, Linn, could be quite a good...
I do like it a lot. I like it a lot, yeah. Everton's fixtures are really nice. I am looking at a way to bring DCL in next week. Would be for a -4 though, so it's got...
Oh, we get the old Boona back.
Yeah, I know. Linn, what do you make of this? You know what Boona's like on Twitter with all these injections and all that kind of palaver, but he's now turned into a bit, it's like boring Boona now. Like, he's sitting on his hands, he's not being Maverick. We need the old Boona back, don't you agree?
Listen, if you were at 2.4 million overall rank, you'd be doing the same as me. I needed to make some leeway, but trust me, the old Boona's back now. Ain't no one else going to be Sterling, Captain Sterling. I've seen everyone on Bruno Fernandes. You're all sheep. Watch this space.
I've not done Bruno.
Where have you gone, Linn?
Pogba.
Yeah, there we go. Me and you, Mavericks.
Well, mine at the moment. Well, I can jump in here. Although I've just noticed that he's got a flag on him now. But my captaincy was sitting on Rashford.
Yeah, he's not playing. Unlucky.
And by the way, guys, I don't want to do a league, so I'm gonna say I might swap it to Bruno before the deadline.
Oh, see you never.
Did mention it. Banana curry pizzas. So, what else is happening over on Twitter, Buna?
What else is happening? There's a few more questions there. We've got a question from Alan Duffin saying, thoughts on the fact that Magnus Carlsen and I are the only two people with live FPL teams that still have TAA in them. Should we stick or twist? I don't know what he's talking about there. I'm confused. I'm sure there's more than just two people with TAA. Maybe the joke's gone straight over my head there, but those with TAA in their team, Lynn, stick or twist?
It's a tough one. I think he does get in a lot of crosses, but they're not been quality. But it's the same thing with Robertson. It's just too expensive, really.
That's why I like Matip pick. I had Matip a few weeks ago until he got injured.
But you brought him in, then he got injured that game.
Yeah, that's
and then you took him out, and then he was fit again.
Well, that's just the way the FPL cookie crumbles sometimes. So, yeah, is TA Lynn, would you say that he's a bit kind of Robertson-like in the sense of too expensive, just get rid?
I would say it's too expensive, yeah. Until Liverpool picks up confidence, I would stay away from the defence.
Wow, that's a big statement from Ant A in the comments.
Oh, what's Ant? What is he saying?
I can't read it.
Oh, right, okay.
What do you mean you can't read it?
Nah, that's disturbing.
What's he said?
He said, I'd rather have Buna's toenails on my pizza than banana, Lynn.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
How much do you love Buna?
I don't get what's so wrong with banana on pizza. Like, why is everyone so upset?
Yeah, I personally think, Lynn, that we should put a petition together to make sure that banana on pizza becomes a thing. I just think it's a cultural thing over here. Anything beyond a margarita is frowned upon.
Yeah. Like, it really is not bad, but like people are just they won't even try it. But it's super good.
I just noticed.
I would try it. I don't really mind. I would try it. I just like taking the piss.
No, I will try it. I'm going to give it a go. But I think I might need to do it homemade. Because as I say, and I'm being honest, I will get thrown out of shop if I go and ask for it. So I might need to just do a kind of homemade one.
I don't think it's actually available here in shops. That's the only issue.
No. Well, yeah.
Is it readily available over there, Lynn?
Yeah, in Sweden you get in, like, I'm not kidding, it's top 3 most popular pizza toppings in Sweden.
Unbelievable.
That's crazy.
If you're enjoying this pizza talk, please like and subscribe.
Quite funny, Abby, Abyr. How would you pronounce that? Is that Abyr? I think Abby.
I was gonna say Abby.
Says Lynn sounds Scottish.
I actually got a few. I thought this as well earlier. I'm not going to lie.
I do hear a bit of that, but you've not got Scottish
heritage
or anything, have you?
No. I lived and dated a guy for 6 years who's Scottish.
Ah, that'll do it.
There we go.
That'll do it. See?
It might have rubbed up just a wee bit.
Yeah, see, exactly.
Oh, there we go.
Just a wee bit. It certainly has. That's what we do to people.
Lynn, how's your season going this season? A lot of people are struggling. How are you kind of coping? Where are you at the moment in the world?
Do you want me to show you
Lynn's
team?
You can bring it up, but yeah.
Go on then. Right, we'll change screens. There we go. It might take a wee second, Lynn, just for it to pop up on your screen.
Yeah.
But you should hopefully see it.
Yeah. So I'm not having the best season.
All right, though.
That's one of the reasons why there's so much just banter on Twitter and doing bets here and there and just trying to make it a fun season nonetheless.
I mean, 106 is a decent return for your double. Did you have any kind of numbers in sight for that double game week? Like, kind of target?
More than average. That was my goal.
Yeah. That's still a decent... What are you sitting at, Matt, now? You're at 900 and odd thousand, aren't you?
No, he's out of the mill.
1.1 or something? Something like that.
So, Lynn, you're trouncing the three of us. I mean, we're having shocking seasons. Or I certainly am, anyway. But it's a hard... So what... You've wildcarded, haven't you, going into game week 20?
Mm-hmm.
Get DCL in. Oh no, there he's there. Oh, who's is what? Right, so this is your double game week team, isn't it? This one.
Yeah.
So you've not really swapped a lot of people then, have you? I know Pogba's in now.
No, a bit more than -12, you know.
Yeah, no, I see what you're saying. Yeah, definitely.
And I didn't really agree with Twitter on saving the wildcard. I don't really see the point.
I agree with you.
I think we've kind of scooted over the subject. Why Pogba?
Scooted over the subject.
Because I've been lucky with Pogba in the past. Like, I got on the train early and scored big. I don't think he's a season keeper, I have to say. A tantrum or two is on the cards. It's going to happen. But for a couple of game weeks, he could be a good differential.
Okay.
We were talking about this though the other day there, in that Pogba always seems to play well round about transfer windows.
Yeah, trying to play for a thingy away, didn't he?
So I think, Lynn, you could be onto something with Pogba, even if it is just for a few game weeks. But when you look at their fixtures, Man United's fixtures are pretty decent for the next 5 or 6 game weeks anyway. So, just Sam in the chat. Lynn's using the llama voice filter. But no, I think by the sounds of it, the wild card that you've played, you're setting yourself up for a good number of game weeks anyway. And similar to you, I've looked at what potentially the blanks will be, and I'm not going to be rolling out the red carpet to try and get players in for it. You know what I mean? So no, I think that's the right way of going about it. What you've done, you know, just wild card the now and get a team that you're happy with, I suppose.
That's all right.
It's just like I'm at 700k something, and it's I need to make FPL fun again.
Yes.
Then I need to get some points in, and that means I need to use my wildcard. Yeah, I could continue with this team. It's not a bad team whatsoever.
Yep.
But it's not the team I actually want.
That's it, and I think this is what we talk about a lot. And I know I heard it on Black Box. For some people, FPL is their kind of life, like their job. Or you know, something that they're dead involved in, which is, you know, it's fine, but I think you've got to have a bit of fun with it as well, and that's certainly how the three of us play it. It's just to have a bit of fun with it and a bit of banter between each other. But just try and enjoy it for the game that it is. But I do appreciate, like what Mark was saying, that, you know, there are people, it's their job, it's their livelihood, you know, so it's a bit more than just a game. But definitely.
Sure.
Who else is chatting away, Matt?
I was going to say, we got a couple of people in the waiting room. Do you want to bring Chris Packett in first? Yeah, well, Chris Packett and Pingu in the waiting room. Do you want to bring in Chris Packett first? Because I know he has been talking to Lynn over on Twitter.
Oh, has he been sliding into your DMs, Lynn? Has he? Let's go.
We'll bring him in. I'll bring him in now.
All right.
Charlie!
Evening.
Hello.
Evening.
Welcome.
How are we doing?
All right,
Fine.
yeah. Here you've got your jet engine PlayStation on in the background.
Yeah, my brother's on it again. I'll quickly move up.
What's your question for Lynn?
So yeah, I got 2 questions. First question is about the pizza. What is your favorite topping other than banana?
You're not biased to me. My favorite topping besides banana is salami, basil, and pineapple.
I knew pineapple was definitely getting mentioned then.
Definitely.
On a scale of 1 to 10, Lynn, with 10 being very, how fed up are you of people mentioning pizza and bananas to you?
Probably a 7.
Okay. Here we go, guys. That's the end of the pizza questions and banana. Let's talk about football. Let's talk about FPL. How are you feeling ahead of this game week, Lynn? Feeling confident? And in particular, the Spurs-Liverpool game. How do you feel about that?
Oh, that's a good one. Bearing in mind, we've got Mr. Spurs Goggles sitting over there in Boona, and then obviously yourself. Interesting.
Since I only own attacking players in that game, I'm feeling confident. I think it could be fairly entertaining if Mourinho just lets loose.
It definitely could be.
But yeah,
he's unlikely to, isn't
it's
he?
got potential of being a really good game. And yeah, in some ways, I hope both Salah and Son score, but I would rather Salah score than Son.
You kidding? Of course, you love Son to score.
I went and benched Robertson for this game. Funnily enough, just on what we were talking about. Benched Robertson, because I'm the same, got Kane in there along with Salah, so that's kind of where my heart is. I'm hoping for a goal fest. Did you say
Charlie, you said
before I wildcarded?
Sorry, then what were you saying?
Before I wildcarded, I had Son and Robertson, and I actually benched Son.
Okay.
Ooh,
How did that go?
that's expensive.
I wildcarded.
All right.
to get out of the situation.
Yeah. Charlie.
Yo.
FPL wise, what were you wanting to ask Linn?
Yeah, I was going to ask, who's been your favourite FPL asset since playing FPL?
Since playing FPL, yeah, probably Salah.
Yeah, Salah's been a pretty class one, to be fair.
Awesome. We've also got Pingu in the waiting room. So Charlie, I'll move you back up. But cheers for your question, pal. Really appreciate it.
Cheers.
We have got FPL Penguin. How are you doing, Pingu? aka Post Malone.
Jesus, shut up. I'm here. Not
Hello. How you doing?
I'm good, mate. Long time no speak. Long time no speak.
Where did you disappear to? It's almost like Liverpool weren't doing very well.
That's exactly where he's
Matthew, thank you to you and Dre for the Photoshop. You know what I'm on about. You know what I'm on about, bro. Yeah, so Linn, nice to talk to you. How are you?
Okay. I'm good, how are you?
I'm good, thank you. I've got two questions. One is a Liverpool, one is Liverpool/FPL question. Basically, they're both about Liverpool. One's about Salah. And you being a Liverpool fan yourself, just like me. What is going on with the club? What is it? Yeah, okay, you laugh. You like to shush. Seriously, what is going on with the club? And before Mr. Inject over there starts injecting and getting all excited about the next game, how do you think we'll do against Spurs? That's the first question. Ish.
Well, I think I've got faith in Mo Salah. He is brilliant. We're gonna score, and hopefully we score one more than Spurs.
We bloody destroy him. And,
a lot of confidence there.
Yeah. And yeah, sorry. Go on.
You're gonna smash him, ain't you, Linn? You're gonna absolutely smash him.
It's not. We need more passion. We need more confidence.
I can tell you this much. I have no problem with Kane. We're gonna put Kane in someone's pocket. That won't be a problem.
Ooh.
But Son scares me. I would love Son in Liverpool. So yeah, that's my main concern.
All I'm going to say is, Linn, he won't be in Matip's pocket for more than 30 minutes because he'll be off injured by then.
No. He's been saved for this game week. It's all good.
Exactly.
It's all good.
As in, he'll be on for about 30 minutes and then he'll be subbed off because he'll be injured again, won't he?
No.
Behave.
How does we rest? So the hope would be, I think, Pingu, that it'll be a high-scoring game, but Liverpool will come out on top.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
At least there's someone nice out of the three of you. But yeah, and you're a Man United fan. But yeah, the FPL question, Linn, as well. I've still got Salah in my team. We've seen what he did against Man United. Unfortunately, we lost. He got a brace against them. Do you think Salah is still somebody like myself should keep hold of for another good couple of weeks? Keep hold of Salah?
Yeah, keep hold of the rest of the season. If you do anything else, you're fucking stupid.
Oh, there we go. Pingu, I'm guessing you're not even going to ask your question that you asked me now after that reply. But I know you're not going to song and ask it anyway. So what Pingu was asking me, Linn, the other day was, should I do Salah to Sterling for a -4? What do you have to say to that?
Oh, fuck no.
Oh, brilliant.
Check that answer.
Did that help you out
Just
at all?
one more thing. Sorry. I just want to say to Lynn quickly. Do you think we can rise back up, Lynn, this season? Do you think we can turn things around?
Well, since Klopp is talking about top 4, I think that should be our aim, actually.
Yeah.
I don't think this is our season, if I'm honest, but top 4 is definitely on the cards.
Yeah.
Do you think, Lynn, it's City's to take? Or to... City's to win? That what you're thinking?
Oh, God, no. Not Man City.
Surely
I mean, as a Liverpool fan, you probably want City rather than United, right?
I'd rather have Leicester City.
Leicester City.
Don't want a mid-table Man City full of injected money winning it again.
Can't see Leicester.
This all Liverpool players stop listening now. But in some ways, I hope United gets a win because that's what I loved. What I loved is just Liverpool United. Yeah, Liverpool United should be top 2. It should be a fight between them. And they've had a couple of bad years. It's time we all get on top and start fighting it out.
Definitely. We've got Waffle Beast in the chat, aka Sophie, aka Apple Sin Juice, aka Orange Juice. How you doing, Sophie? Hope you're keeping well.
What?
I'm loving that. I wasn't expecting Lynn to come out with Man United. Liverpool should be fighting it out for top 2, but I'm all for that. Just keep everyone else down the bottom end of the table.
She's definitely a secret United fan. She's got Pogba in her team and she's planning his captain in. Oh my days.
Take him out. Get him out.
Brilliant.
Well,
Cheers, Pingu.
yo, thanks, guys. Been great speaking to you. Lynn, great speaking to you.
Not a problem at all. You take care of yourself.
You too, guys. See you later.
Speak to you in a bit. We got Infamous in the chat with another interesting Salah question.
Oh, go on then.
Lynn, in the next 6 game weeks, how many times would you captain Salah?
Okay, let me have a look. I would probably captain him against West Ham and Brighton.
Nice and quick.
2 out of 6.
Yeah.
Are the 6 fixtures out of interest? I haven't got it up.
What's that? Who's for?
Liverpool.
Salah, Tottenham, West Ham, Brighton, Man City, Leicester, and Everton.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it does make you think. You know, do you really need him? My opinion. I don't have him at the moment. I no rush to get him if I'm completely honest.
I've never really understood this. Like, he's a premium, yes, but you don't always have to captain a premium. I think that's a bit silly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I agree with that. But I'm someone that tends to play the game based off fixtures more often than not, and I can see him blanking in at least 3 of those 6 games. I can genuinely, but he's proved it. He's proved it in previous seasons that he can score against anyone. So what I'm basing that off is, you know, a bit of bias maybe, and maybe the fact that he's not in my team at the moment, and got no way of bringing him in. So yeah, FPL biased at its finest. I think if I owned him, Lynn, or anyone, I definitely wouldn't be getting rid of him. That's for sure.
We got Frank Walsh in the chat. We've answered this question already, I think. Is about Chelsea with their new manager. Is there any chance of a bounce, and would you even consider any of their Chelsea assets in your wild card?
Yeah. Because I really rate Chilwell. I think he's good defensively and he's attacking. But other than that, I would probably stay away because we don't know if he will actually be playing. I think he would be nailed on. Anything else would be a bit stupid. I do like CJS. He looks good. Mount for the price he's at could be good as well. But in general, I'm going to stay away and just observe for now and see who's going to come out on top.
Yeah, that's kind of where I went with Vardy. After he got injured, I thought, I don't know what kind of Leicester team's going to turn up now with him not being there. Is Maddison and, are they going to be alright? They seemed alright during the FA Cup, but are they okay going forward? I've just noticed there, Lynn, Heba Dashan in the chat is asking a very hard question for you, Lynn. Calvert-Lewin out for Antonio? ?
No.
Yeah, didn't think you would. You weren't for that. No.
Calvert-Lewin, no, definitely. Calvert-Lewin out.
No, because Everton, the key players are fit once again, and we saw what they did when they all had their fit players. Yeah. And the fixtures are good as well. I'm definitely going down that road.
Yeah. No, Calvert-Lewin all the way.
We got an interesting one from Pedro in the chat as well.
Oh,
Don't you feel everyone forgot about Leeds all of a sudden? They have great run of fixtures, and we know Bielsa won't change his attacking style. That's quite.
Do they have a great run of fixtures, though? I would disagree.
Who? Leeds?
Leeds. What are their fixtures coming up?
And
they possibly got a double game week as well coming up.
Yeah, but that's the only pull. Apparently, they've got is it 26 or 29? One of the two. Apparently, with we've lost yesterday. There's that Leeds Southampton game.
We'll talk about 23, game week 23, but it's not going to happen now.
No, it doesn't happen though. Interesting. What's your overall thoughts on Leeds this season, then?
It's like they play fun football. I like that. But they might be missing some talent. They should have some key players. They are only playing out of passion at the moment, which is great to watch. But it's not going to last, is it?
No.
And then there's what Escapades has just said there in the chat as well. Leeds look tired though. So far, they've not had that many injuries in their squad, but if they run themselves ragged, that's when they could trip up. Yep.
Yeah.
I agree with that. Did I see Hitman in the chat there? In the waiting room?
The waiting room? I don't know about that.
Will I bring him in?
If he's in there, bring him in.
Yeah.
He's in there, yeah. Bring him in.
Hello, FPL Hitman. You are live in the studio alongside Linn. Please do not swear. Do you have any questions for our Linn?
Pizza.
Question mark. You forgot the question mark.
No, I thought that was the code to get into the lounge tonight. So.
Very good, Hitman. Very good. How you doing, pal? You good?
I'm good, Lama. Hi, Buna. Hi, Bench Points. And
You're right, buddy.
That's Matt. And hi, Linn.
Hello.
It's been fun listening to you guys, and I'm grateful to these guys. They've given me a little opportunity to finally talk to you. I've enjoyed my interactions plenty on Twitter. I mean, you're quite the trendsetter, be it bananas or if you remember the face reveals last season.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So one question from that, whose face reveal did surprise you the most, Linn?
That's a great question.
It's probably been Hindu Monkey, if I'm honest. Because I thought he was Indian. He's not.
Yeah, that would shock me too.
Mistake.
Yeah. Especially since I am Indian, I was expecting him to be Indian, and that was quite a letdown too.
Yeah.
No, that's
So
a
was I.
good question.
Yeah, I decided to pop up on air because there was so much Man United talk and so much love from a Liverpool fan. So I thought, why not just come and bask in the glory a little bit?
And you know that you're welcome anytime to do that, Hitman.
I know. Thank you, and that's why I love what Linn does. I mean, she's obviously a Liverpool supporter, and a few weeks back she had posted a Twitter status saying something United is the best or something like that. I fell for that. I'm not gonna lie, but yeah, she's quite balanced in that respect. So yeah, I totally agree with you. United and Liverpool should be up there. And to someone who was saying, "What about Leicester City?" I mean, what about Leicester City?
Exactly, Hitman. Who are
Great
Leicester?
point.
Yeah. The big boys are here. It's time for you to watch.
Exactly.
Yeah. Another question I popped up in the chat was since Linn, Buna, and I all are in the Kings Premier League, and I wanted to know what Linn's team is. So now that she's revealed it, I'm gonna take a -12 and bring Pogba in because Linn is sitting at 1109, Buna is at 1090, I'm at 1083. So yeah, that should work out well.
Oh, okay. Well, listen, I'm glad we could have helped. Just remember, Linn is on a wild card, so Linn could just be thrown a curveball here for all we know, Hitman.
Well, I got all my chips in my back pocket. I still have them. So,
baby,
even if I take, even if I take a -24, the dream will always live on this season. I'm finally going to make up those points. I'm finally going to break into the 1 million.
Oh,
that's not happening this season.
No, you'll be fine, mate. You'll get into that top 1 million, no problem. But what are you doing? Are you waiting on a rainy day or something to spend your chips?
I don't know. I'm probably still waiting for Salah to reward my captaincy. I've, captained him for 4 straight blanks now.
Return for you last
before
night.
That, was that?
Return for you last night. Don't be so selfish.
Yeah, of course he did return for me. Thankfully, he didn't return a Hattie. So Bruno still got the bonus points. So I'm good with that.
What would you do? What would you do, Hitman, with Rashford? Because I noticed that he's got a little flag on his head. When I opened it up this afternoon, would you still keep him?
Yeah. Rashford has been kind of on and off with the injury. He had a little shoulder niggle before, and I don't know what the issue now is. Is it his knee or something? I don't know. I'm not sure. I have not read on his fitness, but Sheffield United, I think he might get a rest. Ole quite easily could start with Kawani, Martial, Pogba on the left, Bruno behind, and
Cavani. Wouldn't that be Cavani playing 3 games in a row though, Hitman?
Yeah, but he's had a rest, right? He had a 3-game ban, so I don't think fitness is an issue over there. Cavani might get a little run during this period, especially now that we are kind of edging towards the top. Even if he does get a rest, I think if the games are level at halftime or something, Kawani does come on, and that is the weapon we have to affect the game and make a change. So yeah, that's and he's been playing well. I mean, the minutes on the pitch, he's been affecting the games quite brilliantly. I mean, that header yesterday should have gone in, but yeah, he's playing well.
No, I agree. Thank you very much for that, Hitman, and thank you for popping into the lounge to say hello.
Yeah, thank you guys, and
no worries.
Thanks, Linn, for joining all of us, and have a great season. Talk
You
to
too,
you soon.
mate.
You too.
Cheers, Hitman.
Yeah.
Don't be a
See you
stranger.
guys.
So I think what we'll
Yeah,
do...
cheers, guys.
No probs. I think what we'll do is just probably take a few more questions and then wrap things up. I mean, it's another... Linn, I don't know about you, right, but we find, I should say, these episodes just fly by.
Yeah, they definitely do.
They just fly in. I've just seen one there from Sophie that I think we need to ask you, Linn. If Linn had to marry a footballer, who would it be? Hendo? Duffy? ?
She knows this. We talked about it the other day.
Oh, right, okay.
I posted a shirtless picture of Hendo, and she was like, "No, I don't like him." I'm like, "What the fuck's wrong with you?"
She's in love with Trossard. She is.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
So if it's if I could pick any footballer, it would be Stevie G, of course. He's the main man. If I had to pick a current footballer, Hendo, why not?
Oh, well. Alrighty, there you go, Sophie. So Hendo possibly, but more Stevie G. Who's doing a marvellous job up here, has to be said.
Yeah.
Anything else, Matt or Buna, that's coming through the chat that you want to run past our Linn?
Well, we've got JC in the chat. Does Linn reply to her DMs on Twitter? I've had a terrible season, and I messaged her in September, so I'm blaming my bad season on her.
Well, first of all, you probably shouldn't take FPL advice from me at the moment. I don't know, some messages just go into this message request thing, and then I don't actually see them. So it's probably better to just send me a regular, tag me on something and ask my opinion, and I'll get back to you.
Yeah, stop sliding into a DM, you cheeky bugger.
Yeah. Exactly. Well, Matt, any other kind of quick questions or anything for Linn?
You got some more take the mick ones out of you both sounding Scottish.
I've noticed a few kind of comments about that. Who's speaking here? Is it Lama or is it Linn?
I was going to say, if you both spoke at the same time, apparently you both sound the same. I don't know if that's Lama sounding feminine or Linn more masculine, but hey ho.
Masculine? What? Masculine? Is that a new one?
Musculine.
Masculine, I said.
Oh, Matt, you never told Linn what you called the Liverpool manager the other week there.
Oh, Julian Klopp?
Yeah, Julian. Yep. That was a new one.
Should we do something we haven't done for a little while? Should we do a bit of a score predictions? We haven't done that for some time. That'd be quite cool.
Yeah, okay then. Let me.
We'll end on that.
Yeah, let me quickly change screens. Right, Linn, are you ready to try and predict some scores? Other than that, you're right. Actually, we've not done this in ages. Right, chat. You can get yourself involved as well. We hardly ever do this, so this makes sense. Linn, you can. Oh, geez, I've just noticed every single game's on BT.
You'd love to see it.
Is there any? Do you want to go through them all, Ben, or do you just want to
go through them all? We'll rattle through them. Let's just go through. It won't take long. Take about 5 minutes max. Anyway.
Go on then, Ben. You take the leads, pal.
You've got Crystal Palace against West Ham. Tompkins out. You see that game going?
Linn first.
Sorry.
Yeah. All right. Okay. Ladies first.
It depends on who play Mitchell or not. If they play Mitchell, I could see a draw 0-0.
Yeah.
What about you, Matt?
I'm going 2-0 West Ham.
1 each for me, I think. What about you, Boons?
I can see this being 1 each as well, which isn't great as a Cresswell owner. But, yeah, I can see this being 1-1. Zaha's back. West Ham are in good form at the moment, but yeah, 1-1 for me. Moving on, we've got Newcastle. Actually, let's see if the chat have answered that question themselves. So we've got FPL Penguin saying 1-0 West Ham, and Nigel Sam saying 1-1. Cheers, guys. Cheers for your interaction. 2 people responding. That really, really appreciated. John McEwen saying 1-1. FPL Penguin.
Getting ahead.
Going on to the next game. You're getting a bit excited there, Pingu. We've got Ante saying I'm benching Soufal reluctantly, so I'll go for Palace 1, West Ham 2. Interesting, guys. I'll leave you, Matt and Lama. I can't look at the chat at the same time, so I'll leave you to pick the following chat's predictions. But we move on to Newcastle versus Leeds again tomorrow evening, 6 PM on BT Sport. How do you see that one going, Linn?
Newcastle Leeds. I would guess 2-0 to Leeds.
Oh, interesting. What about you, Buna?
I think Leeds are on a bit of a dip right now. I think Newcastle is shit, but I can't see this being too high scoring. I can see this being a 1-1, I feel.
Okay. What about you, Matt?
Is that your standard answer?
It is so far. Wait till we get to the next one. Arsenal playing.
Okay.
What are you thinking, Matt?
I'm going for a Leeds going back into form. I reckon they're going to absolutely annihilate Newcastle. I'm going to say like 3-0.
Well, Mohammed in the chat said 5-0 to Leeds. Kaman Petrov is saying 2-0 to Leeds. Escapades, good evening to yous, are saying 1-0 Newcastle. Eddie's in there saying 3-1 to Newcastle. Razak 2-1 to Leeds. And John reckons 1-0 to Newcastle. JK's just not cutting about. He's just going straight for the bollocks. He's like, look, Leeds are going to redeem themselves against the shittest team. They are 5-0.
Southampton, Arsenal.
2-1, I'm reckoning for that one, Leeds. Okay. So well, you can.
The game that we all really care about, Southampton versus the Scum. Let me go first here. I'm going to go 5-0 Southampton.
Nice.
In your fucking dreams, mate. We made 7 changes.
Yeah, Adam did a double hat trick and a 5-0 win. Love to see it.
Not happening. It's going to be 3.
Have you seen who's out for Southampton?
What was that? Sorry, Linn?
Have you seen who's out for Southampton?
No. Yeah, Walker Peters is out. Don't know who will debutise for him there. Is Valerie still there?
Why don't you come on up for Valerie? Don't know.
Isn't Bertrand out as well?
See, no, I don't think so. Not that I'm aware of.
Linn, don't make me happy.
2 defenders.
We'll have a quick look. Let's have a look. You go through your predictions whilst I have a look at this.
It's going to be 3. It's going to be 3-1 Arsenal.
Oh, okay.
Wow,
Yeah,
it's the first time you've given a confident response to an Arsenal fixture this season, I think, Matthew.
It's because we're doing better now. We're playing the youth more, and we made 7 changes in the game against Southampton at the weekend. They played their full strength 11, and they didn't look at it.
And you're very right. Bertrand is suspended.
Yeah, banned Ant-A. I actually just said Ant-A. Ant-A in the chat. My auntie's in the chat. Bertrand's banned. Lynn, what do you reckon the score's going to be there, Southampton versus Arsenal?
If they had been playing, I would say 2-1. Okay. But since, out injured, I would say 2-3.
Oh, 3-2 to Arsenal, yeah?
Okay. Some in the chat. So Sam, who does our little GIFs and stuff like that for Twitter, so 1 each. Mohammed reckons 1-0 to Arsenal. Escapades are saying 2-1 Saints. JK 1 each. And as I just said there, Bertrand is banned. Dread, good evening, Dread young man. Yep, Bertrand is out as well. Eddie's saying 2-1 Arsenal. Harry Dawson, good evening to you, young man. 2-0 Saints. Penguins just put a question in. Lacquer brace, ? John McEwen 1 each. And Ant A reckons 1 each.
I was not aware of those injuries. I think those injuries will hamper them quite a bit. I think Arsenal will probably sneak this 1-0.
Yeah,
2-1.
I was going to say 2-0, probably 2-0 Arsenal.
I see Ings getting on the score sheet though. He does love a goal against Arsenal. So probably.
And also, like Southampton, they don't just.
Get back,
they will keep playing attack. They will just attack.
Yeah, that's true. That's very, very true. The next one, Lynn. Is this going to be a drubbing? West Brom at home to Man City. What are you saying?
Well, I'm double up on City defence, but I still think West Brom will score 1. So I would say 1-4.
Okay, interesting. So you do realise that if West Brom do score, Buna and his injection emojis will be all over Twitter.
1-0 Man City, Sterling with 4 goals.
Oh, yeah, it's just 4-0. What about you, Matt?
I'm going for a 3-1 again.
Oh,
I reckon
so
West
Brom will score as well, then?
Yeah, I reckon they'll get a sneaky goal. Get those clean sheets out of the way, you know what I mean?
Okay. I'm going to go... What did you say, Buna? 4-0? 3-1, I reckon. No, 3-0. 3-0 to City. Where are the chat? And Sterling... Oh, jeez, another one, Buna. Sterling's going to get a hat-trick and it'll be 4-0 City. Dread saying 2-1 to City. Az is saying 4-0 to City. Sam 4-1. John McEwen 3-0. Buna, whoever the hell that is, 4-0 to City. Mohammed, he's not just gave us a prediction. He said Gundogan's getting 2 goals and an assist in a 3-0 City win. So he's straight to
he
the
might
point.
have Gundogan.
Escapades just 1-0. He reckons that Johnston's going to have a masterclass. All right then.
Remembering that the fixture finished 1-1 against West Brom, and Diaz scored an own goal. I think Diaz will make amends this week.
Okay. JK's saying 4-0. It's too deep for Big Sam. Hitman saying nothing each. Oh dear, Hitman, that was just in the chat. Without KDB, they won't be able to unlock that defence. Interesting. And then Davy's there. Hello, Davy. 1-0 to City. So that's tomorrow evening. Wednesday. Buna. The big game, Burnley, Aston Villa.
Oh yes, everyone will be absolutely buzzing for this one. The shops will be running out of popcorn. I think this is gonna be a weird one. I think this could be 0-0. Burnley are very defensively resolute, and Villa have been brilliant this season too. So I'm going to go 0-0 for this one.
Okay. What about yourself, Lynn? What do you reckon, Burnley Villa?
Yeah, I guess. Well, I guess they will score 2. I don't think Burnley's going to score at all. So.
Oh, okay. Interesting. And what about yourself, Matt?
I reckon it's going to be a boring 0-0. Like Boona said, Burnley know how to defend, and Aston Villa's going to attack, but it's going to end up 0-0.
See, I agree with John in the chat. I think Villa might just sneak it, but it'll be just like 1-0, and it'll just be a boring game. But they'll end up sneaking it. Cayman's saying Villa will nick it 1-0 as well. Hitman saying El Ghazi will get 70 chances again. 1-0 Villa. Harry Dawson saying 2-0 to Villa.
Off the bench, you won't.
But yeah, I just reckon that'll just be a kind of rob shite game, to be honest. Sam Pillay, 0-0, Penguin, 0-0, yeah. Move on. Chelsea Wolves, Linn. What do you think's happening in that game? Given what all's just happened today, well, Lampard, how will that affect things at Chelsea?
Yeah, this is a difficult one. I think they're just gonna play it safe. So it's gonna be a boring 0-0.
Oh, okay. So just a boring nothing each. What about you, Matt? What do you reckon?
I reckon 2-1 Wolves.
Oh, so you think Wolves will actually do them?
Yeah, Silva's going to get a brace.
Be Silva. And what about you, Bruno?
I reluctantly agree with Davey in the chat here. I think it'll be 2-2.
Oh, so you... Alright, yep. I've just seen that comment. Eddie reckons that the monkey's now off the back, so it'll be 4-0 to Chelsea. Penguin, however, thinks it'll be 1-0 to Wolves. As you've said, Buna, Davey reckons 2 each. JK, 2-1 Chelsea. John McHugh... What's that? Chelsea will win. Lampard will get his tactics right. Oh, wait. John McEwen, 2-0 Chelsea. Did you see the whole thing about Chelsea today on Sky? That new manager potentially could be in the dugout for that game on Wednesday. And if that is the case, he's actually been in the country for a fortnight.
Too cool.
That's crazy if that has actually went through. We've got Mohamed 3-0 Wolves, Kaman 1 each, Harry Dawson 1-0 Chelsea, Nehal nothing each.
Yeah. 4 games to go. Next game, Brighton versus Fulham. Fulham have been playing brilliant recently. I have to really got to really say that, to be honest. I think Fulham could win this one. I'm going to go 2-1 Fulham.
Okay, interesting. What about yourself, Linn?
I quite like Brighton, so I fancy a couple of goals there. So 2-1.
Oh, so you're going the opposite though, 2-1 to Brighton. Interesting. And what about you, Matt?
I'm going 1-0 Fulham.
Okie dokie. Chat is saying... Seb's saying Brighton 1, Fulham 1. Harry Dawson 2 each. JK 3-2 to Brighton. Nehal 2-1 to Fulham. This is all over the place. I don't think anyone really knows what the score's going to be here. Mohamed, a draw, nothing each. FPL Hitman, 1 each. John McEwen, 1-0 to Fulham. Yeah, I think this will just be a low... I don't know, this, like you guys have said as well, Buna and Linn, it could be one way or the other. Just a... Yeah. Everton, Leicester, Buna, what do you think?
This is a tricky one to call. I have no idea. I'm going to go on the fence. I'm going to go 1-1.
Interesting.
No, you love being on the fence now. Get this Davey P out your bloody head.
Linn, you might be interested in this, having DCL in your team. So, what are you thinking?
Oh yeah, I also have Justin.
Okay.
But I've benched him, so obviously I think Everton's going to score a few.
Right. Okay.
Don't think it's going to be a big hole, but maybe 2-1.
Okay. And what about yourself, Matt?
I'm going for a 2-0 Everton. Calvert-Lewin's back. Leicester don't have Vardy. They've got no real prowess up front without him. Okay. I don't think. So 2-0 Everton, I reckon.
Alright, interesting. Nihal saying, boring Buna, get Maverick Buna back.
Exactly, Nihal.
Yeah, 1 each. Got a couple of 1 eaches. Seb's there, 2-1 Leicester. Davey, 3-2 Everton. JK, 2 each. Escapades. A Justin goal and a 1-0 win. That would be sweet. Inject that, he says. Nihal, 1-0 Everton. Harry Dawson, nothing each. John McEwen, 1 each. I think the same as you, Matt, on this one. I think that's why I'm kind of interested, or not interested. I just want to sit and wait and see what kind of Leicester turn up in the Premier League without Vardy. And by the time I've figured out whether I want them or not, Vardy will be back. So I think I can do without Leicester for a couple of weeks. But I think Everton might nick this one. Big game though there, Buna. Man United, Sheffield United. What do you think?
1-0 United, Maguire goal.
Just one?
No bias.
Captain Sterling.
I'm scared.
What about yourself, Linn?
Oh, Man United's going to score probably 4 goals or something.
Oh.
Then Brewster is going to be pissed off and just get one in.
Okay.
He's a Liverpool fan, apparently.
Maybe.
And what about yourself, Matt?
I agree with Pingu in the chat, 3-0 to United.
I hope it's a big game, but Sheffield are another team that can just lock up shop and just play 10 men behind the ball.
Without even those suspended.
Yeah, but it could be one of the games as well that if you see the score at night and it's 3-0, you'd think United were all over them, but they maybe weren't. So I think, I don't know, 3-0. The chat are going on about 3-0, 2-0. Maddison's going to be up front, said Sam, for the Leicester game. 2-0 JK. Escapades 3-0. This is all Man United's way. Bruno Pens. Everyone's wanting a United win. 2 each. Chef FPL says it'll be 2 each. And then Sam says, bloody Ramsdale. Bloody Ramsdale. Well, Buna and Linn, we have reached the stage now for Thursday's game. I don't want any fighting, because you have played nice all afternoon and all evening. But who's going to win out of this one? And we'll let ladies go first, Buna. As in, you can go first, Buna.
I'll play for that one.
Terrible banter.
Sorry. Spurs, Liverpool, Linn. What's happening in this game?
Well, Son is obviously going to score one, and Kane will probably get the assist. And then Mohamed Salah looked quite hot yesterday. So, here we go. Hat-trick incoming!
Ooh.
Yeah!
Get in from Linn. 3-1 Liverpool. Buna, what are you saying to that?
1 second.
Oh, Christ, what is he going to do? What are you doing?
Just wait.
God.
An eternity later.
Yeah. 5 hours later. Oh, I don't know what he's doing, but silence sounds dead good, doesn't it, on the internet? So let's try and do something while he's doing whatever he's doing. Chat reckon, Harry Dawson reckons 3-1 to Liverpool. Sam, 2 each. Ellie.
Ya para abrir el restaurante que era la ropa aquí. Mira, voy a la... ¡No! ¡Ay, te voy a la marico en una paella!
Sorry, that was just my reaction to the Salah hat trick.
Oh, dear.
I'm going to go 2-1 Spurs.
Okay.
I think.
Okay.
Just edge it.
Right, okay. I prefer Lynn's prediction, to be honest. I would love a Salah hat trick. Where are we? Sam Poulet is saying 2 each. LFC, you'll never concede alone, he says. Harry Dawson, 3-1 Pool. Cayman 1. So who's that? 2-1 to Liverpool. Waiting on all the injection emojis. Escapades 2 each. Hitman 1-0 Spurs with a Kane penalty. Klopp complains. Interesting. Polly's just saying that his ears have been blown off now, Buna. Thanks to your
Welcome.
Matt, did you give a prediction?
I reckon it'll be like 2-1 Liverpool.
Okay, so you reckon it's going Liverpool's way?
Yeah.
You know what? FPL Penguin has said in the chat, hey Buna, fancy another watch along? We're on. Let's do it.
Ooh.
Live on that FPL Lounge, straight after our stream with the Redditor. We will be doing a live watch along of Tottenham versus Liverpool with my video on for full reaction.
Oh, so what? So, all right, okay, I get that.
We got 2 watch alongs this week.
I know. But Arsenal as well to watch. That's at the weekend.
Arsenal United. Yeah.
Jeez, nice. Well, that wraps everything up then, I think, folks. Is there any, Matt, is there any last questions for our Linn in the chat?
No, that we've got up to date, which is very rare because we normally end up leaving questions.
It is very rare, and it's nearly 6:30 as well, which is amazing considering these things just fly in from my perspective. Linn, it's been an absolute honour and a privilege to have you on the show. The chat now want you to come back and do have a live watch along with Buna on the Spurs Liverpool game. Linn,
I might though.
Linn, you know the doors are always open, so if you want to pop in, you know you're more
Don't
welcome.
be a stranger.
Don't be a stranger. Yeah.
Thanks for having me.
No, not a problem. So, Lynn, just for anyone in the chat that has no idea where to find you or, start interacting with you, etc., let the chat know where they can find you.
Well, at Linn_FPL.
Just as easy as that?
Yep.
Perfect. No, thank you very much for that. That's much appreciated. Matt, do you want to just wrap things up then this evening? We'll say cheerio.
Yeah. If you like what we do and everything, please like and subscribe. We got this every week. We've got Seb on Golf on Wednesday, and then on Thursday we've got Redditor, followed by a now confirmed watch along apparently. And then on Saturday we've got the United versus Arsenal watch along, and then we'll complete it off on Sunday with Paper Talk. So yeah, if you like what we do, please get involved.
Thanks very much. Take care, people. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Love you all lots. Cheery bye.
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 Better sounds no one ever heard. I wish I had a better voice to sing some better words. I wish I found some chords in an order that was new. I wish I didn't have to rhyme every time I sang. I was told when I get older all my fears would shrink, but now I'm insecure and I care what people think. My name's Blurry, and I care what you think. My name's Blurry.